Good morning, sunshine. It's Wendy, and I'm here with another edition of What Even Is the Point? I don't know if you could be watching this at any point in the day, and it is meant to, I don't even know what this is. Maybe it'll inspire you. I don't know. Maybe it'll help you. Who knows? I'm recording this in the morning, trying to keep it real. So that's why the lighting is terrible. That's why my hair looks like this. That's why I'm wearing a pajama shirt. So this is where today it's essentially let's start the day or end or middle of the day, whatever, like an inspirational quote, right? Or something, I don't know. So today we're reading from, this is a book called Keep It Simple. These are daily meditations for 12-step beginnings and renewal. So you can look, I got tea bags we can read, I got tea leaves we can probably read. But I like this kind of shit, and a lot of people think it's dumb, and it probably is, but it just gives me kind of like a focus for the day, right? So that's, let's do it together, shall we? Now, if I'm being honest, I did look ahead before I started recording this, and we're gonna read today's. So, buckle in. Again, these are not like, this is for people recovering from drugs and alcohol. Not that there's any shame or judgment in that. Okay. So today's meditation is ... That's ellipses. Ellipses are always 3. Okay. So even if you don't like this quote, that's a good grammar lesson, right? Ellipses are 3 periods. People do 4 or 5. I was, I'll be texting. There's this guy that is texting super hot. We're messaging, and the ellipses, he had like 7, and I was like, I can't fuck this person. Okay, so don't fuck anyone that puts more or less than 3 periods in ellipses. So that's an actual, because I already know what this is gonna be, and this is gonna be real tough. Who knows? You might like it. I don't know, but for sure the grammar, the ellipses thing, that's solid. That's 100% solid advice. Okay, on to the quote. Ellipses, ... Cue the garbage truck. Great. For behold, the kingdom of God is within you. And that comes to us from the Bible, the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 21. And how did I know how to read that properly? Because I went to private school and Mormon church for many years. Okay, so that's okay. Now a lot of inspirational quotes, like the last one I did was about failing and how like, hey, don't be afraid to fail, and that was great. And now this is a little out there. A lot of people, God, if you don't believe in God, can I be honest with you? There's a tea bag. My yogi tea plug last night and my laxative tea. I really do. I love a laxative tea quote. Because a lot of the other teas have different, but the laxative tea quote last night, and this is an interesting little parallel. My laxative tea that I took last night said, when you become part of the universe becomes part of you. So it's the same kind of bullshit, right? God, universe, whatever. So this is saying the kingdom of God is within you. And then there's a couple of paragraphs about how, we're trying to be good people, and everyone's striving to do good and feel like they fit in and feel like they're part of the solution and part of it. And you're just trying to kind of get in everything all the time. But when you pull back and realize that the universe is already in you, or the kingdom of God is already in you, then you chill out, because you're like, oh, it's all one and the same. I don't have to try so hard. And that is very helpful for a lot of people. And I sometimes, if I'm in kind of, a manic state, if I haven't eaten or slept a lot for a couple days, that kind of shit hits hard, right? You're like, well, I made of stars. Fucking, who cares if I'm 10 minutes late to work? So I get it. And that can be helpful to an extent. So stuff like this, you don't want to take all the way fully, because then you're bordering on. So I would take this. So what is the point of this quote? I would interpret this as, we're all connected, calm down, shit's gonna be fine. It's all kind of like the universe or God or whatever has your back. There's a plan. even when things seem awful, like that. See, my speech messed up. Now, a lot of people would edit that out because they're professional. Not me. I'm doing this at the last minute, so it's all going up, baby. You can take it that way, and that's great. Now, that's with all the stuff, and same with astrology, but with anything that you read, take what applies to you. A lot of times don't take everything completely literally, because then, you're bordering into mental illness, right? There's a quote that I've heard a lot of people say that I do like, and it helps me relax. So when I'm going through my day and I'm really stressed out, or at night before I'm trying, just whenever. Most of us are constantly under duress and going like, fuck. That's normal. Something that I will remind myself is I stop myself and I go and I ask this one question. I say, what if this is heaven? Now, you can take this as to whether or not you believe in heaven or God or an afterlife, but we all understand the idea of heaven is this place where the idea of heaven is, I'm going to set my little book down. So the concept of heaven is that we're on this earth and we're toiling and living in strife and trying to kind of overcome challenges and learn lessons. And once we do that, and then our physical bodies die, our spirits go to heaven, this afterlife where everything's perfect and there's nothing to worry about because there is no death, there is no pain, there is whatever, okay? So the idea behind the thought of what if this is heaven that we're living in now, for me, helps me a little bit relax because I go, oh, wait a minute. So the challenges I'm going through, the struggles that I'm facing, if this is already heaven, if this is already the afterlife, then yes, they're difficult, but I'm going to get through it and it's going to be fine because none of this really even matters anyway, because it's not, I'm already kind of in the bonus round of life or whatever. Now, that can be helpful, but again, I am an unmedicated bipolar person, so I would maybe not take everything I say fully, fuck. Do it, because there's real shit that there's some terrible shit. This is not, and this kind of stuff works if you're like, oh man, my boss is being a real jerk, or like, I have a pimple on my chest because I've been sweating so much. Then you could be like, but what if this is heaven? You're like, well, if it's heaven, then the pimple's not even real, because everyone knows that in heaven we're all perfect, right? So I understand for small things, for big things like catastrophic events. I understand you lose your home in a storm, you lose your family. You're like a prisoner of war. You're living in some third world country, where like women are getting their clits cut off. Then this kind of shit of like, but I know, okay, look, I know your whole family was murdered and your house was burned down and you don't have a clit anymore, but if you could just like pretend like, what if this is heaven? Do you know? I understand it's coming from a fucking privileged place. And we're reading from a book that essentially, like, one of the problems that we have is we just have like too much alcohol and drugs. Like, I have to I need to get help. Why? Because I've just been having like so much fun. I've been having so much fun. So I get that but so if you're like, this might not work if you don't have a clit, but even if you do have a clit, you can also have, terrible things happen. For example, I have a clit and I fumbled my words earlier in this recording. Is that crazy? So I was going to skip ahead and read a different quote, but let's just stick with this one. What even is the point of all this? The universe is part of you. God is in you. Heaven is in you. What is the point of this? I think it's to help people maybe chill out a little bit. Also, I believe it promotes full-blown schizophrenia, which then supports big pharma. And the more people that are doped up on drugs, the easier it is for the government to control us. So my takeaway from this is don't listen to that quote. And God is not in you, and you are not God. So let's fight the powers. Either way you go, really, it's mental illness. Either you are God or you're not God, and the government's trying to make you believe that you're God so that you'll take pills. This was maybe not the best way to start the day. So you know what? We'll try again. Next week. I hope you have a great day. And if you are on meds, please take them. This is a very irresponsible thing, and I should not air it. Anyway, have a great day. All right. Thanks so much. Okay, I'm going to edit that. I'm turning it off later. All right, let's do a cheers. Thanks so much. Drink water today. These are the 2 real takeaways. Ellipses are 3 dots. Drink water. All right, cheers. Have a great day.